guys, in this video I want to talk quickly about the buy signals. I'm just going to change this chart to dollar yen. Get a lot of questions about repainting and things like that. I'm just going to cover this euro yen so we can see this in real time. Again, when this goes down into the 96.90, we're going to see the signal get plotted on the chart. A lot of the time, you see pictures and you see these signals on the swing highs and swing lows, and many people believe that they may be repainted. So I wanted to show a video of how it works, how a signal gets plotted, and hopefully we'll get one in real time, and I'll just I'll go ahead and trade it as well. So again, just waiting for something here in the low 90s, 91. We're barely tapping. I mean, it hasn't plotted. There we go. So now we get our signals. This is where you would want to go ahead and enter in this area. Really 84 is your best entry. I'm just kind of showing this as an example here. So maybe getting in a little bit early. Now once we're in, we're going to go ahead and place our tight 10-point stop, and as the trade starts to work in our favor, as the price starts to respond to being overextended, we'll go ahead and reduce and eventually eliminate the risk in the trade. So again, getting ready to go to a -5-point stop. Okay, so up here about 5 points, I'll go ahead and modify the stop and put a -5. I could probably go to break even right now, and because my fills aren't real great down here in the low 80s where I'd want them, why don't I go ahead and do that? Go ahead and go to break even. So I have no risk in the trade at this point. If it does come down and stop me out, it doesn't bother me. I'll just look for a better entry. And the main thing I wanted to show is just how the signals show up on the chart. People are asking, is this in real time? And you see it by looking at the matrix. It's the same exact thing. So again, at this point, just waiting for 10 points or so. And 1 minutes are facing up. Short-term momentum is facing up here, so I can go ahead and give this trade some time. And at the very least, the nice thing about this is it lets you get in and reduce and eliminate your risk fairly quickly in most cases. And so you've either got a free ride or you get taken out at break even. At that point, you just look for a better entry. We're just hanging around this 5-6 points here. Okay, take partial profits at about 9.5. Was hoping to get 10, but again, so I've locked in a decent profit here, and I'm gonna let this final position, really I would like to see it up at these 1 minutes. This 05 would be the area that I would look to exit. Get my stop, make sure it's right at break even. Now that my fills have moved, again, I had lower fills. It's kind of averaged in there at 88. So again, you can see that the triangles don't repaint. You see it all right here in the matrix. My 1 minute's just flipped against me, so I'm going to go ahead and take the final position here. Looks like I got about 11 on the rest. But you see when the 1 minute's flip, you've got shifts of momentum, putting pressure on this price. And that's essentially how the alerts are plotted. So again, you've seen how the alerts are created in real time. Now, knowing that, this is how you actually go back and see what trades were present earlier in the session, or maybe you missed out on, or maybe you want to go review one of the passive trades that came up. Here on dollar yen, this was the trade we just took. This was some a little earlier. A lot of people in the room took. I took this one on euro yen for about 10 points, and then others in the room are taking this one. Pound yen also had signals at the same time. Euro had signals to the buy side. Didn't bounce a lot, but they bounced enough to get your break-even stop in. So, as we scroll back through, dollar yen had a huge sell-off in the morning, and you'll notice every one of these retracements back to the upside. This doesn't look like a lot, but I would say it's roughly 10 points of retracement happened at one of these signals. This one I doubt was 10 points. You can see each time it comes down into the buy zone, it was respected and gave some sort of retracement. Obviously there are things we look at to stay safer during a counter trend trading opportunity. And again, this was during London. I wasn't up trading this. And we had some traders up who did well with some of these moves. And then obviously here we had a beautiful reversal, worked out instantly, allowed you to get in, break even. And so the nice thing is you can scroll back through, and this here was news related, and see where we were in these green buy zones, and then we had these sell opportunities. This one may have not worked, but this one here worked out well. And so that's pretty much it for dollar yen. Now pound yen, excuse me. You see we had basically the same thing there. Again, during this sell-off, we had small retracements on each one of these, at least enough to get your break even in, so you shouldn't have really lost anything. Good reversal here. Very similar looking chart to dollar yen. Beautiful sell signal here, worked out well. Again, this was news related. You can see, we definitely came down probably a second or a third zone before bouncing, and eventually had a retracements. Euro yen probably going to look very similar. This one here I could probably say, certainly didn't work out. Probably still was able to get your stop at least tightened up to -5, if not break even. I'd hope if you were actively managing it. Again, these here may be tough, but if you practice your scaling in or your management style, should have came out of them fairly well. Beautiful trade, both on all the yen pairs. This trade at the same time in the morning was awesome. And again, same thing, news release, but we had a nice opportunity even after it. So the yen's overall very good activity. Euro dollar trades here, and pretty flat. Really, you can see all the action has been in the yens. And Aussie dollar, this was early in the morning, I think. This was also, well, this was during the same time the yens was going on. This signal here worked out well. This one definitely tough. Probably took losses on that. I wasn't trading during this time, so I can't say personally for myself, but this signal here obviously worked out within a minute or two. So this is obviously great to see even during the summer. Getting this kind of activity is really great. Overall, it's been great. Another thing, we get a lot of questions: how many trades, how many times is it possible to get trades? We had a pretty busy day last week, and I actually grabbed a screenshot of it. Again, this is just a Euro Yen chart from last Friday, June 7th, and you can see the type of price action we had during this day. If you stayed very disciplined to your management, very disciplined to your rules, could have been one of those days that makes up for weeks or even a month of trading with just signal after signal. This obviously was ran down into a third zone. I think we had guys in London who were actually talking about this trade, and some of them came out really well and actually ended up holding on to a piece of that. Good sell signals here, quick, fast bounces. All these allowed you to at least get into break even and protect yourself. All these. This was directly news related. Not sure if anyone would have actually traded this, and if they did, I'm sure with a very small position. Great signal here, good signals here, good here, good here. This was non-farm payroll. Of course, we don't trade the actual release, or about 15 minutes either side of it. So all this stuff would have been pretty much exempt. We may have started trading this stuff here. I'm speaking on the majority of people. And then obviously these signals here, we would have been pretty keen on taking those, as they would be outside of the news. So you can see all of these worked out really well, and most of the traders in the room did great with all of these, with very light news. There's hardly any news today, and get this type of opportunities is really a great thing. And this summer has been this way the entire time. So we definitely think it'll continue, and definitely look forward to it. So again, for all the questions about how the signals get painted on the charts, I hope this helps understanding that and being able to see that in real time and how these are developed. Again, hope that was useful. Thanks, guys.